go, man. We're on the roll right now. It's a big one.
I think that's actually. Oh, you got it?
So quite the win for you guys tonight. Before we get into obviously the strong performance in the second half, right out of the gate, I mean, I think you scored 7 of the team's 13 points, had 2 of your 4 blocks in that first 5 minutes, and really just out of the gate, a strong performance for you. So, coming into the game, I mean, what was your mindset? What was working for you right out?
So I'm well aware of like the standings in our conference, and I've just been looking at where we're trying to finish, and we're trying to fight for a bye, right, in the first round. So coming into this game, I knew that regardless of what happens, whether we get the bye or not, this is going to be our last home game, and I wanted to make it special because I'm not going to be able to play here ever again. This is my last game here. So I knew that coming in, and I knew how important this game was. If we lost this game, we had no chance of making the bye. So I just wanted to come out immediately, set an example for my teammates, and try and bring some energy on defense, because I can score on offense and my teammates see that and maybe not be as energized, but when I'm making those block shots and getting those tough rebounds, I can tell my teammates feed off that. So that's important for me to do and do from the get, like you said.
Well, now you have another home game. Feel a little excited about that, a home playoff game?
Oh yeah, definitely excited. Just trying to see the best spot we can finish in. We know we need to go out here, have a strong performance against IUPUI, a tough team, beat them, and then we got to hope for some other things to happen. But we're just really hoping for this bye in the next game, and then keep this momentum rolling into the playoffs. Try and make a run in March Madness.
And not literally, you wouldn't stand by, but you had to stand by and watch Corbin with that performance in the second half.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so Josh is one of those guys where if the other team lets up, he's going to get hot. He's one of the best shooters I've ever played with, if not the best shooter. So it's been tough for him this year because scouting reports are going to be focused to take his three-point shot away because you see how well he shoots it. But today, for whatever reason, we were able to get him some good looks, some easy looks in transition as well, and he played very well today. So I'm just proud of him for coming out, not letting any past performances or anything like that keep his confidence down, just keeping the same confidence, and it showed today.
Khalil, talking a little bit about the energy you mentioned, what did the whole building do for you tonight? Because this was the loudest and most people you had in a home game this year.
Yeah.
So just talk a little bit about the building in general.
Oh, it was great, man. And I just want to say thank you to the student section. They did a good job. They came out and they showed love today, and we feed off of that stuff. Whenever your peers come out and support you, it's just an added factor. You want to play well, you want to perform well in front of your classmates and your peers. So they gave us an extra push, definitely. And then, like you said, the atmosphere is just one of a kind. And we're trying to bring a playoff game here. If we can do that, get double that atmosphere, we're already going to be tough to beat. But whenever we have the support of the Colonial fan base like that, it's going to be even harder to beat us.
Going into halftime, you guys were down 4. And then the second half, you guys absolutely dominated. What was the shift in the locker room like to come out in the second half like that you guys did?
I would say that our talk was very positive. We knew that we were down by 4, but we did not play very well in the first half to our standard. We were turning the ball over, missing layups, not rebounding at the rate that we can. So they were able to get some easy threes or put back dunks that afforded them that lead. And then as you saw in the second half, every 4-minute media, we were getting stops and getting stops and getting stops and rebounding. So I think if I had to guess, we won a rebounding battle by 1 rebound, it looks like. So just staying with that was big for us.
Khalil, you came out of the game with 4 fouls in that second half with a pretty considerable amount of chunk of time left in the game. Can you just speak on the bench's effort in this one, especially in that second half of play, to really, fill the void and also, add up on the stat sheet from off the bench in terms of what happened in the first half with you guys, being able to carry that scoring load in the first half, and what the bench was able to do in that second half there for you guys?
As you look, it looks like pretty much everybody on our team is positive in the plus minus. You could just tell, like, whenever anybody took the court this game, there wasn't any drop off. And I feel like one thing that we did really well today was holding each other accountable from the jump. So if we saw somebody giving lackadaisical effort, or if we saw somebody blowing their assignments, we weren't scared to tell each other. And those are the things that you need to hear during the game rather than holding them after the game. Because like you said, it allowed us to come out of halftime and make those changes. So I would say that. And then, like you said, the bench just did a great job. And I feel like that's why we've been so good lately. we're going probably like 9-10 deep, and the energy is not dropping off. Earlier in the year, whether it be putting starters back in or taking starters out, there would just be energy drop off with our substitutions, and I think we've corrected that, and that's helped us be competitive a lot.
Khalil, now to start off the second half, I think it was about the 17-minute mark to about the 12-minute mark, that 5-minute stretch, 19-0 run by you guys, 7 forced turnovers on defense.
You said 19-0?
19-0 run, 7 forced turnovers just doing that 5-minute stretch. I mean, so what really, I mean, you might just be finding out just how incredible that run was, but what was really clicking for you guys during that? I mean, it seemed like anything you wanted to do, you were able to do.
That's insane. One thing I always tell like my parents and people that I talk to after the games is like, I'm so locked in during the game that I miss those nuances, and I miss things like the runs and stuff like that. I would not have been able to guess that we went on a 19-0 run in 5 minutes, so I'll say that. But that's just a testament to our defensive effort. When you said 19-0, it's hard to shut out any team for 4 or 5 minutes. And when you're able to do that and you're making shots, you're going to be hard to beat. And I just remember we were forcing, like you said, a lot of turnovers, and we were capitalizing in transition, whether it be finding the open man for 3 or just taking the easy layup. I don't know exactly how many transition points we had this year, but I would have to say I feel like this is probably one of our higher scoring transition games. So just adding that to our like dynamic makes us very dangerous, because we're already a good defensive team. As long as we can continue to get stops and run, I feel like that'll help us be even stronger.
Khalil, now it's been, has been an easy transition for Robert Morris to the Horizon League. This year, though, especially these last 4 games, seem to be the best stretch that Robert Morris has played since joining the new conference. How does it feel to be a part of this team and, changing, I guess, finally getting the respect in the new conference, especially right before conference playoffs start?
It feels good, man. And one thing I want to say is I feel like, honestly, our past 2 years we haven't been as successful record-wise, obviously, as we would like to be. But I think that throughout the conference, there's a certain level of respect for us, because people know we're going to come out and we're going to play hard every night. There were fine details that held us back in the past, and still details that we have to clean up now. But I feel like because we stuck together as a team and continued to fight, we've been able to clean those up. And to answer your question, it feels good being a part of this team, because we've gone through a lot of turnover in my 3 years here, and just to know that sticking with it and continuing to put in the hard work has paid off is a message that I want to carry for myself, and I want to send to other people. Like, it may not look good at the beginning, but it's about how you finish. So we just want to continue the momentum we have going and finish the season strong.
Thank you, Will.
Thanks.